Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be talking about how to attract the man of your dreams, okay? Yeah, I know this is really important because a lot of people are asking themselves, why am I not getting the kind of man that I want? Why am I not attracting the kind of man that I want? This is because you haven't put certain things in place for you to actually attract the man of your dreams. There are things you need to do for you to attract this man. I'm just talking about like manifesting it, like saying it. This is the kind of man I want. This is the kind of man I want. No, that is not the kind of strategy I am talking about here. I'm talking about intentionality in your definition of the kind of man that you want. Intentionally planning how to and where to meet this man, and you get all those good stuff. That's what I'll be sharing with you in this video. One thing I know really works in life is intentionality. Like in every area of your life, you need to plan about what you're expecting, about what you're going for. And that's why some of you, like, you do goal setting in other areas of your life. Why do you think it's not applicable to your relationship? It is applicable to your relationship, okay? First thing that you need to do is to define the man of your dreams, okay? You need to get a pen and a paper and write down, or a digital note, or whatever it is, where you can actually write down the definition of this man that you want to date or to marry in the future, okay? You need to define who your ideal man is, who this man of your dream is, what will be his character, what is his persona, what kind of qualities does he have or possess? What would you want him to be to you emotionally, spiritually, physically, in all of the aspects of your life that matters to you? So you need to sit down and say, emotionally, I want him to be able to do this, to do that, to do that. Spiritually, I want him to be someone who loves God, who gives us time to serve God. He's someone who does that and does that. Physically, I want him to be 6'4". I want him to be a giant. I want him to be short. I want him to be this or to be. Define who your ideal man is and write it down, okay? Of course, I'm not saying like be unrealistic with your definition of who this man is, because no one is perfect. You also need to put in things that are realistic, okay? But then have a definition of this kind of man so that when you see him, you're not saying, oh, is it the one, is it not the one? You already know from the list that you've written down that this is exactly the kind of man that I want, and then things can progress from there. Number 2, you need to make a decision on where to find him. Look, this is proper strategy. So you don't just stop at writing down who this man is and what qualities he has. You need to go to his natural habitat and go and find him. Yeah, so the next question you need to be asking yourself is, where would he originally be? Would he be at work events? Would he be at networking conferences, in the courses that you're passionate about? Would he be playing some kind of sports? Where would he typically be? For example, if one of your criteria is to have someone or to marry someone who is athletic or who is an athlete, the next question will be, if he's an athlete, what kind of sports will he be playing? Then where will he be playing the sports? Should I buy tickets to go and watch those games? Would he be one of the people I'm going to meet there? You need to strategize on where he would be so that you can go there and interact with him and meet with people in that environment, and you can then determine who out of all these people fits into the definition that you have made in step 1. Caveat: do not go to places where you don't enjoy being naturally. Don't just go there because, well, he's going to be there and I need to find him. If you pretend to love that activity, he will find out eventually that you don't love it. You just came there because you wanted to meet him, okay? So go to places where you enjoy being and you wouldn't mind your significant other being, or your partner who you want to be the life with being, and there are things that you genuinely enjoy. Because if you go and find that person in that place, when he starts doing that thing when you're in a relationship, you're just going to be angry and resent him, and that's not something that you want. And you don't want to also pretend to it, because they will know, okay? So step 3 is actually dedicating time to get to know him. So once you've met this person, you want to know, what are the things that he enjoys doing, what are his hobbies, what are the things that he would naturally enjoy, and you want to build knowledge in those things so that when you meet, you can have intelligent conversations, you can contribute to the things that he cares about, you can also care about the things that he cares about, okay? Because what makes someone endeared to you, especially someone who you want to start a life with or a relationship, is that you enjoy time together. The way you enjoy time together is that you spend time together doing things that both of you actually care about. You don't want to be in an awkward situation where you kind of meet him and then you start talking, but you can't keep up conversations and the things that he actually enjoys talking about. Like, he's not going to feel you. So if you know the things that he enjoys talking about, his hobbies, you need to go out, sis. You need to go and learn how to do those things. You need to be supportive. Like, you need to be a supportive partner. Do you get what I mean? You need to learn how to do those things so that you can be a good companion for him. Obviously, you have a life of yours, right, outside of him, but when you both are together, you need to be able to share the same interests and to enjoy, you know, each other's hobbies, and that's how to attract him. If he sees that, wow, this lady enjoys these things that I do, and I actually enjoy her company when we're doing these things together, you've already crossed the hurdle because he enjoys spending time with you, okay? So like we said earlier, intentionality. You need to block some time in your calendar to learn about him, to find time to actually go and do those things with him. Another thing you need to do is to have a list of deal breakers for you. So I want you to know that nobody is perfect, neither is your ideal man or the man of your dreams. He is far from perfect, but you also need to manage your expectations, because girl, this is real life, okay? This is real life. And even though you have your lists of the nice things you want in your ideal man and the qualities that you have in your ideal man, you also need to have a list of deal breakers that even if this your man of your dreams crosses off 70% or 80% of your ideal man list or man of your dreams list, okay, you will still not go ahead with that relationship. I'll repeat that again. You need to have a deal breakers list which you use to check against the man when you eventually meet him, and even if he crosses off or checks off 80% of the things on your list that you've defined as the things you want in the man of your dreams, you will still not go ahead with that relationship. Deal breakers are things that you cannot compromise on, okay? And they are different from nice to haves. Nice to haves are things that do not affect the man's character or qualities or values. For example, like height, like skin tone, like kind of job, or like sports that they play or not. You know, these kind of things are nice to haves, but they are different from like values, from character, from qualities. And sometimes your deal breaker might be if it's not someone who is honest, even though he's tall and he's handsome and he has a lot of money and he crosses off a lot of things on my list. I cannot deal with someone who is not honest or someone who has got no integrity, and that is a no for you. Okay, so if you have deal breakers that are present in this guy's life, then you should not go ahead with that relationship. You need to find someone else who crosses off a lot of the things on your list, but also do not have the deal breakers that you have written down. Okay, again, remember to be realistic with your expectations, because people are not 100% perfect. You are not, and the man of your dreams will not be. But know what the non-negotiables are for you and what the negotiables are for you. And if the non-negotiables and the negotiables work well for you in the man of your dreams that you have now met, please go ahead and enjoy your relationship. Another way to attract the man of your dreams is to be the kind of woman that the man of your dreams would want. Yeah, I know you've written that list of, oh, you know, how I want him to be, where he's gonna be at, the deal breakers for me, and the kind of qualities I want him to have physically, emotionally, spiritually, and you know, you have all that list of yours. But the question you also need to ask yourself is, will my ideal man, will the man of my dreams also want a woman as me? Because trust me, like, relationship is a two-way thing, right? You want this, I want this, we'll come together and we build the kind of family that we want. It's two-way, right? It's not just one way. It's not, I love you and I must marry you and you must marry me. That is not the case. Like, two of you have to choose each other. As you're working hard trying to determine the man of your dreams and where he's at and what you want in him, you also need to think about if you have the things that he would want. For example, if he's a high-flying, working-class man, do you think he will want someone like you if you're not high-flying and a working-class lady as well? If you're someone who is very ambitious, do you think he would want someone like you who's not ambitious? Or are you ambitious enough for him? You know, these are things that you also need to ask yourself. Like, if you are someone who wants someone who is of integrity, do you think a man who actually ticks off integrity on your list would want someone who does not have integrity? No. Okay, so you also need to work on being the kind of woman that your ideal man would want. So don't pretend to be who they want. If you've listed out the traits that forms your ideal man and what you think they would want in a woman, if you're lacking in some of these areas, you need to just then develop yourself, build the character traits that you think they would want in the ideal man, in the ideal woman. I'm not saying change yourself, right? I'm not saying change yourself, but if they are good character traits and you know that these things are what this kind of person would like as well, then build it, develop yourself to be that kind of woman that he would want, because you don't go and pick and choose. They also have the right to pick and choose. The final tip I want to share is that you need to stop playing hard to get. Yeah, you need to stop. If you then know that someone has fit into this list of yours and your definition of your man of your dreams, you need to stop playing hard to get. When he comes and he asks you out and he says, look, I'm interested in you and I want us to build the future together, I want us to do this, you know, I see you being the mother of my children, you know, the kind of things that I say. Okay, you absolutely need to say yes if you are sure that they are the ones. If you're not sure, then you need to take some time. Don't feel pressured into giving a response on the spot. Take some time, think about it, think about the whole scenario, think about them, and see if that's something that you want. If you're absolutely sure at the time they're asking you, I see no reason why you shouldn't say yes, okay? Stop playing hard to get, like, it's not going to lead you anywhere. Okay, if you love them, if they fit into that definition of, you know, your ideal man for you or the man of your dreams, and you two get each other, like, girl, say yeah. Come on, say yes. Okay, so don't play hard to get. It doesn't make you look cheap because they have asked you out. Okay, so if you love them, absolutely say yes and build the relationship that you want and build that amazing life that you want with the man of your dreams. So the bonus tip, as usual, I always give bonus tips and you know it. So the bonus tip that I have for you as a final point is that you need to confess it, the kind of man that you want. So you say, I need a man who has integrity, who is this, who takes care of me in this way, who's emotionally available, who is this and that. Confess it. Say what you want. And you know what? God is going to make it happen for you. He's going to arrange the circumstances that will bring that person to you as you work on yourself as well. Like, nothing happens out of a vacuum. You keep working on yourself. You confess positively towards the kind of future that you want, towards the kind of relationship that you want. And girl, it's going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen. Okay, so yeah, these are all the tips that I have to share with you on how to attract the man of your dreams. Now that you know, what are you waiting for? Go and start manifesting. Go and start acting on all these tips and attracting the man that you absolutely desire and deserve, which is the man of your dreams. Okay, oh, but before you go, remember to click the like button and to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to share these videos with your friends and your family. Also, let me know in the comment section, are you already doing some of these things? Have you met the man of your dreams? How was it? Did you play hard to get? How did you find the man of your dreams? If you found him, share with us in the comment section so that other people can learn from you, and I'll be there also reading, okay? I also just wanted to mention, if there are other things you want me to talk about regarding relationships and stuff like that, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be there reading and I'll pick up these questions and I'll make videos to answer them, okay? Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you being in my space and, you know, just watching my videos and engaging with me. I love you so much. Remember, before I see you the next time, do strive to be a better version of yourself. I love you. Adios.